I played one whole year of Stardew Valley, but as a Trash Panda. Hello everybody, this is Gamer Gar. For this challenge, I am going to take inspiration from my good friend Linus and spend my days digging through the trash cans of Pelican Town to see what treasures the villagers are foolishly throwing away. I'm going to give myself the best possible start, so we are going to use a Book of Power introduced in 1.6 to give us a significant advantage. If you like seeing different 1 year Stardew Valley videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. The first thing we're going to do before we get started is to use the Book of Power called the Alleyway Buffet. This is going to give us a much greater chance of finding items amongst the trash bins of Pelican Town. We're going to compare how much we can get from the trash using this Book of Power against the previous video I completed in the 1.5. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll put a link of it in the description. To clear up my inventory, the first thing I'm going to need is a chest. I'm just going to spend a bit of time to chop down some trees until I have 50 wood, and then I'm going to make a chest. I'm just going to place it here outside of my house before we go foraging some trash. I'm going to pop all of my tools and anything else in my inventory into the chest so I have enough room for what I'm going to collect. Off into town now, and I'm going to start with Jodie's bin, where I just find some broken glasses. But then we're going to open up Emily and Haley's bin, and just as I open it, I get caught by Haley. Not exactly off on the right foot there now, am I? Anyway, off I continue. I get a pine cone from Mayor Lewis's bin. I'm then going to slowly make my way over to the Georgia Mart, where we get some more broken glasses. We're then going to take a nice stroll down to Clint's place, and you can probably guess what we're going to get from this bin. You guessed right. We get even more broken glasses. I wonder why everyone in Stardew Valley is going through so many glasses. At the end of the week, I've collected a lot of random stuff from the trash. It's time now to sell it all to see how much profit we've made. I got 5 Georgia Colas, a few food dishes, and even some copper ores, which is really nice. Even though it's only 8 in the morning, it's time to head off to bed to see how much profit we got from our first week of being a Trash Panda. We didn't do too bad in terms of collecting trash. We made a total of 840 gold. That's not too bad for the start of the challenge. As I'm here minding my own business, rummaging for some goodies, I'm rudely interrupted by Shane. He tells me to stop doing what I'm doing. Yeah buddy, that's where it's coming from you. The next morning, as I'm heading into town, I get ambushed by Mayor Lewis. He's trying to guilt me into fixing up the old community centre. No thanks, everybody knows I love Georgia. Mayor Lewis, you just have to stop trying, buddy. Georgia forever. Again, I'm interrupted by Shane. I really do think that giving him trash as a gift at the end of my last trash video wasn't as well received as I thought. And now, it's time for the Stardew Valley Easter event. Talking with Shane, he seems to have forgotten about our altercation the day before. It's now time to talk to Mayor Lewis and show these kids just what a Trash Panda is capable of when it comes to hunting down eggs. I run past Vincent here and I get a hidden egg in this bush. Now, to the back of Mayor Lewis's house, I find 2 eggs here. I'm also wondering to myself, what else is hidden behind Mayor Lewis's house, huh? I suppose most of us know at this stage, but Mayor Lewis is up to some sneaky shenanigans indeed. Time's up. I got a total of 10 eggs, which wasn't too bad. That's surely enough to have beaten all of these kids. I didn't see them pick up a single one. And yeah, I won. Now it's time to reap the rewards, get the straw hat. Even after the fair has ended, I'm still dedicated to my mission of becoming the ultimate Trash Panda. At this rate though, I may not make it back to my house in time before I pass out. This is the latest I've managed to stay up, since I'm usually in bed by 8. It'd be handy though if this minecart here beside Clint's was operational. The next day was a rainy day, but that is not going to stop our Trash Panda adventuring spree. I'm going to head down here to the museum to loot this trash can. 10 million points for you if you can guess what we're going to get. And you guessed right, we got some more broken glasses. I could even give these to Evelyn, as they're now a liked gift in the 1.6 update. I bet you didn't know that. But no, I'm going to sell them all because we need money to survive as a Trash Panda. 3 perfectly good loaves of bread, some cookies, and even some iron bars. I have no idea why the villagers of Pelican Town throw away such things. It's the end of week 2 now, and this time we only received 675 gold. Not the best, but it's free money. Over outside the Star Drop Saloon, I managed to pick up some pepper poppers. This should sell for a decent bit of money. It's also salmonberry season, and the bushes here are filled with fresh salmonberries for me to collect. Too bad I can't sell them though. They do, however, make for a tasty treat. I need to spice up these repetitive days, of course. Again, I find some more bread that, unlike the salmonberries, I'm not going to eat. The next morning, Marty arrives at our door with a stray cat. She asks me if I can take him in. Why she thinks I'm the best person to give this cat is anybody's guess. I've been feeding myself out of people's trash cans since I arrived in Pelican Town. But again, there's no way I can turn down this cute cat. Maybe he likes the taste of soggy newspaper. I decided to call the cat TC. If you're old like me and remember the cartoon TC is from, comment the name of the show down below. Over outside Mayor Lewis's house now, and I got the rare garbage hat. This was of course inevitable considering the amount of trash bins that were opening all the time. Bye bye straw hats, you didn't last very long. I know exactly what to do with this straw hat now. I'm going to head on down to the river and chuck it in. My inventory spots are like gold dust after all. Speaking of inventory slots, I decided to dump anything that was in my chest that didn't come from a trash can or was not a tool. I don't want to make the mistake of selling these when they didn't come out of a trash can. I really want to see how much I can make just by going through the trash in one whole year. Another day, another trash can. I do wonder what the villagers of Pelican Town think when they look out the window while eating their breakfast and see me outside with my head in their trash can. It doesn't really matter to me because anything they throw out is mine for the taking. It's free game. It's a competition between me and Linus after all. Like this lovely field snack I just got from Mayor Lewis's trash. If he's not going to eat it, well, I might as well sell it, of course. And then, another one in the trash outside Joja Mart. They must all be past their expiration dates. But again, it doesn't bother me. I'm still going to sell for the same price when I place them in my shipping bin. You know, it'll probably end up on the shelves inside Pierre's shop. It is the end of yet another week. It's time to sell everything that we got this week. See how much we can get from all this free trash. This chest was definitely a good idea, as I can just pop everything into it and sell them all at the end of the week for one big paycheck. The most interesting things I got this week were the pepper poppers and a sardine. Let's just pop these broken glasses into the shipping bin and find out how much we get in total this week. Better hurry into bed. I can't believe it's already 10 past 10, well past my bedtime. From everything I got this week, it totaled to 590 gold. The challenge isn't looking too good at the moment, but we do have a long ways to go. I wake up the next morning now, and I didn't want to get out of bed. I headed over to the window to see the rain outside. Days like these, I wish I could just curl up like my cat here and just sleep for the day. But I didn't. I decided to head off and yet again start collecting some trash. The first thing I got today was a leek, followed by an acorn. I also got some copper ore from Clint and a soggy newspaper as well. Thank God the weather the next day is a little bit better. This is probably because today is the Flower Dance Festival. When I finished all of my trash hunting, I sat on the bench outside the Star Drop Saloon waiting for the festival to start. Once it hits 9 o'clock, I'm going to head down towards the forest and I'm going to join the festival. I really wanted to take part in the festival, so I asked Hayley to dance. Her response, ew. No, that's fine Hayley, I don't like you anyway. But maybe, just maybe, Abigail might want to dance with me. I head down here and find Abigail beside the refreshments table, asked her to dance. She says no, but at least she was way more polite than Hayley. I think I have the courage to ask one more person, so I decided to ask Emily. I head on over and find Emily and ask her to dance. Unfortunately, she says she's already agreed to dance with someone. You'd swear that there's a smell out of me or something, and that's why everybody turned me down. Oh well, there's always next year, of course. For now, I just have to stand at the sidelines and watch everybody else enjoy themselves. Not how I expected it to turn out, to be honest, given my exclusive Trash Panda abilities. So much so that I'm putting Linus to shame. It's back to the farm now, and I need to put the thoughts of the flower dance behind me. On my way out, do some more trash hunting. I find a few trees are starting to grow back in my path. I'm going to quickly take out my pick, make short work of them. As today is the last day of the season, there's a fairly good chance that they could be fully grown by tomorrow. Time to head off now to town, see what I can collect on the last day of spring. I got some of the usual bread, maple seed. I also picked up an acorn as well. It wasn't a bad day in all fairness. After looting all of the trash cans around Pelican Town, it was time to head on back to our cozy farm and sell everything that we picked up so far. I'm just going to pop everything here now into our shipping bin, and I'm hopeful it might reward us with a bit of gold, saying that I'm not very hopeful. The only high value item really I got was that crispy bass. At the end of it, I made a total of 645 gold. Honestly, that wasn't too bad considering we're just rooting through trash cans. At the start of summer, we now have a total of 3,250 gold. That's not far off what we got in an entire year when I completed this challenge for the 1.5. So even now we can already tell that there's a significant difference when it comes to using that fabulous book of power. I'm going to head outside and realise that yet again, my path is blocked. I need to take out my pick again and clear my way, as it turns out it was a weed and not a sapling. I'll just clear away some weeds to try and stop the spread, and I'm going to dump the fibre and mixed seeds that I got, just so I don't end up selling those by accident. At the end of the first day of summer, I managed to get a Joja Cola and 2 pieces of trash. Not exactly the best start to the season. I did get a geode out of the museum trash. That wasn't bad. As we closed in on the end of the first week, I did get really lucky and I found an amethyst outside of the Joja Mart here, which is quite rare. Moving on down to Clint's now. He doesn't have anything good. Another geode from the museum. I don't understand why Gunther is throwing out geodes. He should really be letting Clint crack them open so he can get some minerals and artifacts. But hey, that is just one Trash Panda's opinion. It's now time to head back home and put everything into my shipping bin. It does make me wonder, when Lewis comes to take away everything from my shipping bin, does he ever find anything that has come out of his trash? I'm sure he can find me rooting through his bins early every morning. This week's high ticket item was a rhubarb pie that I found in Gus's trash. I do think the best trash can to look in is the one outside of the saloon, as Gus sometimes throws out the dish of the day. It's another rainy day. I'm not impressed. I'd much rather wrap up than head out in that, but I drive on ahead. In Jodie's trash, I got a soggy newspaper, and a Joja Cola in Emily and Haley's trash, not too bad. I got a parsnip suit from outside the Stardrop saloon, and maple seeds out of Evelyn's trash. Next thing, flash and a loud bang. Maybe it was just a once off. I'll keep going. Then again, flash and a loud bang. Right, it's time to rush home. I'm not very confident being out in a thunderstorm wearing a metal hat. I run as fast as my little legs can carry me, and I finally make it inside. That's it. I'm not heading outside anymore today. First thing the following morning, I receive a trash catalogue from one of the bins. Super rare. I'm going to place it down here in the corner, and it's going to allow me to turn my boarding house into the house of my dreams. Would you just look at all this lovely, lovely trash? Now I certainly feel like I'm home. We're now living the ultimate Trash Panda experience. And guess what? The next day is another rainy day. Looking out the window, doesn't look like it's going to care anytime soon. Right. Today, I'm not taking any chances. Unfortunately, my trash hat has to go. The last thing I want is to be struck by lightning after all. I quickly run around and I check all the trash cans. Based on what I got, I probably should have stayed in bed. I only got some cookies and broken glasses. The next day though, however, it's another glorious day. I pop back on my trash hat and off I go rummaging the bins again. I have my route pretty laid down by now. I can get around really quickly. The next day was another rainy day again, and the first thing I do is take off my trash hat. Once I've done my route, it's time to ship everything I received this week and head off to bed. TC, you have the right idea, curled up, cozy on that mat. Halfway through summer now, and this week we made a whopping 1,005 gold. Absolutely incredible for just digging through trash cans. Outside the Stardrop saloon, I got a red plate. This is one of the most high-priced items you can receive from a trash can. I excitedly placed all the items I collected this week into my shipping bin and race off to bed. Before I do, I realised I nearly forgot this bream, so into the shipping bin you go, buddy. Now it's time to find out how much we got this week. This week, we made a whopping 1,210 gold. This is by far the most we've gotten yet. Outside the Georgia Mart, and we found yet another trash catalogue. We're going to have a collection of these by the end of the year, I reckon. And now Mr. Key is dropping mystery boxes all over Pelican Town. Too bad they would all go unopened, because there's no way the Pelican Town NPCs are smart enough or hardworking enough to grab any of those. The next morning when I wake up, there seems to be a mysterious green rain. Luckily, lighting doesn't come with it, and as usual, we're going to back on our trash collecting panda route. Start with Jordy's house, where they get broken CDs. Then we move on to Emily and Haley's house. Today, they're giving out nothing, which is unfortunate. I did not expect to find anyone out, but I ran into Clint. He tells me that in situations like this, a person's true character is put to the test, and immediately followed by him screaming at me to stop rooting through his bins. Oh well, I did get another trash can catalogue, so I'm not complaining. Time to put them on display here outside my farm, and place them here by my shipping bin, so anyone that comes to visit can see them. Right, it's time to get out of this green rain before I mutate. The green rain is gone, and I am back hunting for trash. It's the last day of summer, so I'm going to head around and collect all of the trash. I got a bowl of stuffing from Gus, which was really nice. That's about the only interesting thing I got today though. I did get some bread from outside of Clint's workshop. That was an added bonus, and that will sell for some fairly alright money as far as a trash panda goes. It's now time to head on back to the farm, sell everything, but we're not finished just yet. We're going to take a nice stroll down to the beach because it's the last day of summer and enjoy the fabulous display of the Moonlight Jellies. Lewis sends out his light and the sea is lit up with hundreds of jellyfish. After everything I sold this week, it only calculated to 885 gold. We have done better, but at the same time, we've done worse. We'll keep motoring on. We're now going to head into fall, and everything has turned lovely shades of red and orange. I think fall is my favourite season so far. It's not too hot, and it's not too cold, it's just right. It's also not as wet as spring tends to be. I'm back gathering all of the trash from everyone's trash cans today. I didn't seem to get very much apart from a Georgia Cola, some cookies, a broken CD and a geode. The next morning I run into Lewis and Robin. We're placing up a new special orders board for all the villagers of Pelican Town. Unfortunately, these are all going to go uncompleted as we are a trash panda. We have embraced our trashy ways. Gus has gifted me with another dish of the day. This time, it's a fabulous trout soup. This would come in handy if I was going to fish, but nope, into the shipping bin it goes. This week's profits were fairly good, 720 gold in total. If you are doing a non-spending a cent challenge, using trash cans is definitely a viable option to make money, especially very early on. It's that time of the year again. It's time for the Stardew Valley Fair. I'm going to head on over to my display case and pop in 9 of my hard-earned items. After I filled up my display with the most exotic trash collectible items you can get in Stardew Valley, it is time to head on over to Mayor Lewis, and I told him I am ready for this competition to start. Mayor Lewis and I are practically birds of the same feather. I go through trash bins, Lewis goes through shipping bins. We're bin fanatics. Hey Lewis, don't you think this one should win? Hey, where are you going? Oh, I see. This is Marnie's display. Well, if she wins, I'm going to tell everyone why you picked hers. And the judging is over. Let's head back to Mayor Lewis to find out what is our score. When we go talk to him, we find out we got a whopping 47 points. I suppose Nobody in Pelican Town has an appreciation for trash like I do. Maybe I would have won if Linus was the judge. For now, I'm going to take back all of my trash and head on home. I do think that fair was fixed though. On the 21st, I managed to find a lovely catfish outside of the museum with the carp and a largemouth bass. This week, I managed to catch that fish without using a fishing rod. That's how good a Trash Panda is at fishing. You don't even fishing rod to get the likes of a catfish. Time to pop them onto my shipping bin now. See how much I made. Time to head to bed. This week, I managed to make a whopping total of 1,650 gold. That's not too bad for just being a Trash Panda, right? For all you players who complain of the difficulty of catfish, no excuse, you can get it from trash bins. It is now time to enter the big Halloween event of the year, and we're not going to miss out on the fun, of course. I'm going to navigate my way through this haunted hedge maze. Let's see if we can find ourselves a nice golden pumpkin. It's nearly Halloween time, guys, and if you're dressing up this Halloween, let me know in the comments what you're going to go as. My two little girls are mad about Frozen, and this Halloween they're going to go as Anna and Elsa for trick-or-treating this year. Is trick-or-treating a thing in your country? I know it does tend to be a very popular tradition in America. Anyways, at the end of the hedge mirrors we get gifted with a golden pumpkin. Now this golden pumpkin is worth a lot of money, but I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to place it here on my table in the middle of my room and hope it doesn't rot. We have made it all the way to the end of fall. I'm going to cash in everything that I've managed to collect over the last week. I'm going to throw it into my shipping bin. It's now time to head off to bed. Let's see how much money we're going to make. It's been a pretty long season, but I have made almost 10,000 gold so far, believe it or not. Now that's actually pretty good for just looting trash cans. At the end of this week, I've managed to make a total of 810 gold. That's not too bad. We have done better. We also done worse, of course. Now it is time to enter the final season of this Trash Panda challenge, winter. And when heading into town, we run into Krobus, who does a vanishing act. Unfortunately, since there's no trash cans up towards the community centre, I don't think Krobus will ever be found. Sorry buddy, you might as well get comfortable inside that bush. Gus is again throwing away some lovely hot meals, and even Evelyn has given me some bread. We do need those extra calories in winter to help us combat the cold, of course. I don't know how Linus is going to survive, but he'll find a way. I suppose everyone in Pelican Town really do just look out for one another. Question that I have for everybody watching: have you ever seen the videos where people go dumpster diving outside the department stores, and in the dumpsters they find loads of unopened and unused stock? And these things could range from housewares to electronics to sport brand clothes. Do you think these are real, or do you think the items are planted in the dumpster? Part of me finds it's very hard to imagine that stores would throw away this much undamaged merchandise. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments. It is now time for the night market. So you know what that means? It means free coffee. I'm actually going to head on down here and get my free coffee that I can use tomorrow morning. The first things first though, once I step outside my door, I'm going to drink that coffee from the night before. That is going to warm up my cold fragile bones, and it's also going to give me a speed buff so we can loot trash cans even faster. I wish I could have had coffee for every day for this challenge, and it was pretty grindy. But anyway, back down to the night mart for tonight to get some more free coffee. This is going to speed up our trash collection days. I'm going to go down and take advantage of it every night that it's available. Hey, I'm all about getting free stuff. It's night time again, and it's time to head off to bed. I do think I'm doing pretty well so far in this challenge. With the amount of money that I have made, this week we got 1,430 gold. The next day we get a very special letter from Mayor Lewis. It's time for the gift giving season to start, and Sam is going to be my special friend. We're going to try our absolute best. We are going to use our lovely Trash Panda skills, try to get Sam a really good gift. We got super lucky again today we picked up yet another trash catalogue. That is a total of 4 so far in this challenge, so I've reached 4 trash catalogues and 2 trash can hats. You could say you are twice as likely to get a trash catalogue than a trash can hat. It's time to head back into town for another day of trash hunting when I realised today was actually the Feast of the Winter Star, and then I realised I got nothing for Sam. I was too caught up in my trash hunting activities. I panicked and decided to pick up this crocus. That will have to do. Let's go and find Sam and hopefully he would appreciate the gesture. I'm going to head on over here by the big winter tree, find Sam and Vincent. It's time to give Sam this well thought out gift. He seems pretty happy with something that I just picked up from the side of the road on the way here. Time to find out who is giving me my gift this year. And would you look, it's my favourite person in the whole world, Linus. I think me and Linus do have a special bond, so we're both trash pandas. When I opened my gift to realise that he has given me a lovely tasty purple mushroom, at least this is something I can use. I'm pretty happy with my gift, thanks Linus. But don't think for 1 second I'm going to ease up on my Trash Panda activities. You will still have fierce competition going forward, and this purple mushroom will only make me stronger, faster, smarter. Pelican Town will now see the evolution of the Trash Panda. They will see something that they've never seen before, a force that comes round to Pelican Town every single day without fail and loot trash bins. Today is the last day of the challenge. I'm going to head around and do my usual route, and I realise I made a lot of money so far this year. And from doing nothing but selling what other people have thrown away. What I find so funny about this challenge is what I place in my shipping bin gets sold back to the people of Pelican Town. I wonder if anyone actually purchases any of the trash that they had dumped. I did get a lovely blueberry tart here out of the bin outside the Star Drop Saloon, and just 2 bins left outside Clint and outside of the museum, and I finally get soggy newspaper. It's time to ship off everything for one last time. I'm going to make sure though to eat that purple mushroom that Linus gave me, because I don't want to sell it by accident. They do sell for a good bit of gold, and at the end of the final week we made 810 gold. That's not too bad, and it's not a bad figure to end the challenge. It is the first day of spring and the challenge has come to an end. Let's look at the total earnings that we have made. From looting trash and selling it, we've made a whopping 13,655 gold, and that's just 1 year of being a trash panda. I think when I done this challenge back in 1.5, I made about 5,000 gold. So you can see that the Book of Power dramatically increases the amount of trash that you get. So it's definitely worth picking up. A huge thanks to everybody that's watched the video. If you like challenges like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps my channel grow. Also, a huge shout out to all of my channel members. Thanks a million for supporting me, everyone. I do appreciate it. See you all in our next Stardew Valley adventure.